What's up, everybody? Beautiful Saturday here. So today we're going to cover Mercury Mahadasha. Now, if you just clicked on my channel because you thought I was so cute, let me tell you what this video is about, okay? This video is about one of the most important secrets of astrology, which is dashas, because these are the true predictive methods that astrologers use in order to foresee a coming event in your life. Okay, and if you don't know what dashas are, before you watch this video, go to my playlist called Dashas in Astrology and watch the video What Are Dashas. They are far more important than your yearly transits. Okay, so today we're going to cover the time period of Mercury, which is about 17 years long and comes right after Saturn. So what is Mercury Mahadasha? Well, in Saturn made you see the reality of the world. It made you work into the physical world. It didn't give you enough time to think about, things on the clouds or things underwater. It made you stay on Earth, and it made you, see the true physical self of you and your reality. Okay, which is good actually. So when Mercury Dasha comes in, Mercury, period comes in, it's a bit more, I would say, optimistic than Saturn, even though Saturn is supposedly is one of the best dashas. But Mercury Dasha, what it provides with a lot of communication in your life. It provides with a lot of opportunities to network and to socialize in your life in that 17 years. So we're going to cover as to what happens when Mercury period is good, neutral, or bad. And so these are the things that we're going to cover in today's video. So what is Mercury? First of all, Mercury is your ability to communicate with other people. It's your ability to logically think about things. It's your ability to comprehend what you are hearing, what you are seeing. So Mercury is actually a representation of your intelligence. Mercury represents the way you deal with people, as in business sense. So Mercury represents a merchant, a business person. Okay, so a lot of business people have this strong Mercury energy within them. Mercury also represents the IT world, the accounting world, calculation, finances as well. So all these things are represented by Mercury. So when Mercury is well placed in your chart, which could be Mercury in the first house, second house, third house, sixth house, fifth house, seventh house, 10th house, 11th house, all these are very good placements for Mercury. In the 4th house and 8th house, 9th house and 12th house, we're going to get into that. These are kind of like neutral places for Mercury to be in. But Mercury, first of all, loves being in earth signs. God, I wonder if there's any planet that doesn't like being in the earth signs. Mercury loves being in the earth signs and air signs, and including fire signs. Mercury also does well in fire signs. But when it's in earth signs, like when it's excelled in Virgo, okay, or when it's in Taurus, or when it's in Capricorn, Mercury, when you go through that Mercury Dasha period, you are able to make sound decisions about business opportunities in your life. You are able to, get yourself out of any rut that you might have gone through in the Saturn period. And in this period, you're able to pull yourself from that harshness, and through your ability to communicate with people and to calculate the right moves in your life, you're able to create a very optimistic lifestyle for yourself, meaning that you may not have to necessarily work so hard to attain those gains that you wanted. And so you can have a bit of a relaxed lifestyle. Where in Saturn Dasha, you're constantly running around, you're working. And that's actually a very good thing also. But some people do want to, get a lot of gains for a little work. And that's what Mercury does. So in this time period, if you run this from your 20 years of age all the way to 50, 60, first of all, if it's well placed in your horoscope, it is going to give you a lot of inclination towards, studies, meaning that you will be able to graduate on time. You will be able to get good grades on time because your concentration or your ability to grasp what the teacher is saying in college becomes very easy. You just understand. You don't need to study as much about things. Business deals, you can go into salesmanship, especially if Mercury is in the first, third, fifth house, sixth house, and 7th house especially makes a very good salesman. 11th house Mercury becomes a very smart salesman. They know how to talk to people and get you to buy what he wants you to or she wants you to. So this is what Mercury really does. It gives a lot of opportunity to network with people. You come in contact with people who will benefit you in your life in terms of business, in terms of opportunity for career growth. Okay, so this is what Mercury really does in this when it's well placed in your horoscope. You know how in astrology they give a lot of importance to the fact that if your Saturn is bad, you better watch out. If your Rahu and Ketu is bad, you better watch out. If you're a Manglik and all these things, you better watch out. But people don't realize that the worst effect you get is when your Venus and Mercury are actually badly placed in your horoscope. So when Mercury, what are the places or what are the signs that Mercury just doesn't like being in? Okay, and that is pretty much when Mercury is in a water sign or a water house. That means 12th house, 4th house, or 8th house. Why is it that? Because here's the thing about Mercury. When Mercury makes decisions, it wants to make logical decisions that are intelligent, that are about practical ambience, like what is happening in practicality, and that's how it wants to make that decisions. This is why they say don't have emotions in business, and that's what Mercury likes to be. He doesn't want to have those emotions. But when it comes into water signs, okay, Mercury loses its sense of making logical decisions. It feels like, okay, I'm in this water sign and I have to make these decisions. So your one side of Mercury says, okay, what is the logical decision? But you end up making the decision because of your emotions. Let's say if you and your girlfriend started a business. Now, girlfriend might say, oh, can we do this instead of this? Please, please, please. Can we name our company this? And then you make decisions through your emotions. Oh, I love this girl so much. She's so good looking. You know what? Let me give her the power that she wants in business. And, that's fine. I like her. I love her. Next thing you know, she ends up breaking with you, ends up taking the company, ends up screwing the whole business up because of her own, decision making, because you allowed her to. You didn't say no. What you're trying to do doesn't make sense in terms of business. And this is what happens to Mercury's emotions in water signs. It's not able to make sound decisions. It doesn't want to be esoteric, and Mercury becomes esoteric. And it's becomes so confusing for people to make a sound decision and stick with it. And even if they make a decision, they tend to make a completely wrong decision. And this is why Mercury is debilitated in Pisces. Okay. Now, if Mercury is in a water sign, but let's say it's in the earth house, that actually neutralizes the situation. If it's in the air houses, like third house, 7th house and 11th house, it's able to neutralize itself. Mercury in the 5th house, ascendant, and 9th house kind of neutralizes that if it's sitting in the water sign. But when it's in the water sign, you please try not to make decisions based on your emotions and what you feel about things. Do not make decisions on how you feel. Make decision on what it is. And this is why, for people who have Mercury in the water sign, especially debilitated, please hire somebody to make decisions for you. Hire somebody who has been successful in doing things that you're doing, and let them take care of things for you. That is actually a very good remedy. You don't realize it, but it is. This is why actors and actresses, all these big celebrities, have managers to take care of them, because they may not be thinking through this. And also remember, Mercury just doesn't do the things that I told you. What if Mercury is ruling your 7th house of marriage, and it is ruling your 4th house of your home life and all of that? So it's going to give you results according to those placements as well. So if Mercury is debilitated and it's, let's say, ruling your marriage house, you're going to make very wrong decisions regarding marriage. You can actually, make such a bad decision that it can end your marriage. So these are the things you got to watch out for. But best remedy, besides all the remedies that I've given you, is that when you have Mercury in water sign, try to take advice and suggestion from people who have been successful at what they're doing, because most likely their Mercury is not in the water sign, okay? Or it's just nicely placed. And also, you want to check how is your Mercury in the mahaasha chart, in the D9 chart. If it's excelled, you may be able to make good decision towards the second half of your life. If it's excelled or an earth sign or in the air sign, it'll be able to communicate a lot better with people. So guys, this was my analysis on Mercury Dasha. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to my channel, subscribe above because I'm going to be bringing more of this useful information. And if you want to know more about astrology and its secrets, check out my link below and my book, The Astrology of the Speed of Light. Otherwise, I'm going to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.